It hasn't been an easy road for the Afro soul sensation and singer Brenda Mtambo. She recently celebrated a decade in the music industry with a concert at which she thanked her fans for their support. She also encouraged us to always believe in ourselves. Mtambo now joins us to tell us more about her trials and tribulations along the way. Brenda, thank you for joining us this morning. You look beautiful on this Sunday morning.
Thank you so much. You look beautiful too.
Thank you. Is this the church fit?
Yes, I'm going to church after this. Straight to church.
Well, let's perhaps start with your journey. It's been an emotional one. It's been a physical one. You traveling all over the country to thank your fans. And I see even for the fans, it's been emotional. Tell us about this journey.
Where do I begin? It's been such a journey. The 10 years of being an independent artist. And I saw it fit that we celebrate with my fans. I saw it fit that also I get to share a lot of things that I had to go through to get to the point where I am right now. And I get to do that through music. So yeah, my journey has been quite a challenging journey, but I wouldn't change anything in it. Like, I feel like everything had to happen the way that it did. And because I am an artist that has been mostly supported by fans, like my supporters carried me. You know, my supporters will push my music to play on radio. My supporters will just push me sometimes when I was on my down state where I was suffering. I think I came here, I spoke about my struggle with anxiety. It's my fans who will talk to me daily and encourage me that the music that I bring to them encourages them. So they urge me to stand up for myself as well and to keep going.
Now, you touched on the anxiety now. October, of course, also Mental Health Awareness Month. What role do you believe music played in your journey of mental health and healing?
Oh my God. Actually, on my way here, I kept saying to myself, I don't know what I will do without God. I don't know how to do that without God. Because I struggled a lot. You know, I was in a complete like state of mental distraction. I wasn't aware of a lot of things. Anxiety was too much. Depression got me down. I lost my mother. It all happened at once, and I feel like music becomes then therapy. You know, I get to vent. I get to be honest as well. That thing that I wouldn't be honest about if I were to talk about them, but I'm able to be honest when I'm singing. I'm able. You can feel my heart. You can feel whatever that is happening through a song that I sing. So I feel it played a huge role, and I feel like it's doing that to other people, which is what excites me the most, is that with my pain and my struggles mentally, I've been able to save other people. Yeah.
Your music absolutely does that. You know, with you celebrating 10 decades in the industry as an independent artist, as you say, it also sings in the new decade.
Yes.
What plans do you have for your fans for the coming years?
Oh my God, you know, I've ventured into the business space in the music industry, and it's something that I'm so passionate about. Like, I like to teach as many people about the music business. So I'm going on the road with Sampra, where we are teaching people, citizens, about copyrights, like understanding why you have to pay your license, what impact does it has on me as an artist, and also for me is to say to other musicians, you need to take care of that part, the business part of music. So I think in the next decade, there's that part of Brenda, but also music will always be part of my life. I love writing songs. Like, I write music. Like, I'm a songwriter. I write, and there's probably a book on the way. So there's a lot that's coming in the next decade.
Wow, you're definitely going to have to come back so that we can talk about that book. Now, I don't want to keep emphasizing the government's role in arts and culture, but I do want to ask you, do you think that in South Africa there are enough opportunities created for the financial sustainability of artists?
No. I'll boldly say no. And I feel like there's so much work that needs to be done when it's come to the government. And also just legalizing the creative industry. I wouldn't even put it as on the musicians only. Legalizing a lot of things that we do as musicians, and understanding that the impact that we also contribute economically in this country. And I feel like we need to be treated as those people who contribute, greatly in the economy of our country, but also just the nation is defined by the sound that it produces. So when people come in our country, the first thing that they need to hear is our sounds. Are we that nation that is pushing that, the sound, the tone of our country? What is the tone of our country? So I feel like the government has to do a lot of work when it comes to that. I feel like they have to invest a lot of money when it comes to the shows that we put out there. Do we have enough venues for artists and musicians and people, to just present our creativity, the artists, not only us as musicians, but the arts, the guys who are painters, who are, they need to be given the same attention and understand that they bring so much in this country. Everything that they create is a definition of who we are as a nation. So those things need to be invested in. Yeah.
Absolutely. I spoke to an artist the other day who said, for instance, we don't have enough rehearsal rooms.
No.
As simple as that, and it's very expensive.
We have no venues.
Yeah.
If there are venues, they are demolished, like they're not in a good condition. They don't look good, they used to be, but no one takes care of them,
yeah.
But another thing that I find that we have is that thing of feeling like we are colonized still in our minds, We can take so much money when an international artist is coming here, and we put that money on them, and we do little for our own
local people. Yeah.
Yeah.
We unfortunately have to wrap, but I do want to ask you, as the star that you are, what do you believe is the key to sustainability and the ability to evolve as you do and move on with the times in the South African music industry? Just briefly.
Briefly, I'll say consistency. Consistency comes with evolving. When you're consistent, you'll want to be better than you were yesterday. So I feel like there's something that I represent, that I've done, that I always preach as well, that you remain consistent, and you do the work that needs to be done, I stand for that, consistency.
Thank you so much for being consistent and bringing us beautiful music consistently. We really appreciate your time this morning. And I do know that there are more shows coming up. I know that she's heading to Durban,
yes,
and also Cape Town. So make sure that you go onto a social media and let's support local artists. That, of course, the Afro soul sensation, Brenda Mtambo.